Hi UNH, my name is Kendra Bostick. I am a PhD student here at UNH and the co-founder of Kikori. I am super excited to introduce you to my team. My partner is the amazing Bryn Loddick. She is an adventure coordinator at an expeditionary learning school. We also have Nikki Delaney, who is our director of knowledge. Kelsey Daw, who is one of our awesome interns this summer. She is a major at Paul College in business and finance. And then we have Daniel Nenart and Jessica Lasik, who are our UI UX designers. So I believe so strongly in what we are creating at Kikori that I am willing to spend 60 seconds to help you understand it more deeply. Think back to school and think about your favorite, most impactful class, the one that touched you the most. And once you've got it, I want you to give me a thumbs up. So your favorite class. What's your favorite, most powerful class? All right, now give me a second thumbs up if that class involved learning by doing and some type of challenge. If you have 2 thumbs up, I am willing to bet that your class involved experiential education. And it's that level of education that we at Kikori want to bring to all students. So with everything going on in the world today, I think that we can all agree that experiential education and social emotional learning are critical in helping our youth learn how to empathize and build compassion and really see the world from others' eyes. These are just some of the numbers to highlight the need that we have in schools today. So a little bit of background about me. I worked as a school social worker for 6 years in Chicago, and teachers often came to me with their students' needs in the areas of behavior and social emotional problems. And what I found was that there's this amazing tool called experiential education, and teachers loved using the activities, but they really didn't have access to experiential and social emotional learning activities that aligned with their curriculum. Within schools, 95% of principals within a study created by CASEL, the Collaborative for Academic Social Emotional Learning, found that principals wanted to incorporate social emotional learning into their schools. However, only 25% of schools actually are implementing this. So thanks to UNH and the National Science Foundation, the I-Core program, we were able to do customer discovery with over 200 teachers to find out why it's so difficult. And what we found is that teachers lack time to find and plan these activities. They also lack knowledge on how to facilitate these activities. And with so much teachers have to teach, and all the pressures from standards, they need activities that are aligned with their standards. So what we have created at Kikori is a fully integrated SaaS platform with over 1,000 validated experiential and social emotional learning activities. Just some of our app key features are that it saves teachers time. We have these awesome features available so you can discover and search for activities. You can also save and organize your activities into playlists, and you're able to actually create and share your own activities to other educators within your network. And then we also are building out a training platform that will provide teachers with the knowledge. This comes from an amazing educator who worked for 30 years in Madison Public School Districts, training teachers in how to use experiential education. And lastly, our activities are aligned with social emotional learning, 21st century skills, and teaching standards, as long as sustainable development goals. So here is just a little Kikori.
Welcome to your app demo of Kikori. I'm excited to show you our exciting features. This is our activities home screen. You can see some of our recently added activities. There is a nature check-in that I added in the other day. All of our activities are organized into these different categories. You can see Ice Melter is green, Energizer yellow, Team Builder orange, Problem Solver red. That helps teachers know which activity to use based on how their students are interacting with each other. We've also got creators at the bottom, so there's Bryn. We have creators from all over the world, as you can see. And then there are also opportunities for creators to put in their different books and TED Talks, for example, so they can share a little bit more about themselves with users. Next, I want to show you our search filter, so you can search and discover activities. For example, you can check by energy level. Maybe you want an ice melter, and then you also want a social emotional learning standard of identifying emotions. So we hit apply, and then we have 3 activities that meet that criteria. Next, we have the playlist. So within our playlist, we've created this great one just for you to show you a little bit about what we're doing here. When you edit the playlist, you can make a decision. For example, maybe you want appreciation sheets to be the first activity, and so that updates it for you, and you can make your playlist public so you can share it with other people.
It is super important to note that Kikori is a platform for teachers. It's not for students. So when COVID hit in March, we knew that with Kikori Built, we had an opportunity to really help people during this time. We immediately began seeking out how we could help teachers find activities, how we could help families with children at home, and also provide a space for facilitators who aren't able to work at this time. So this has sort of been our mission since COVID hit, to make Kikori as accessible and useful as possible for educators, families, and facilitators. Through customer discovery, we've connected with over 200 educators and principals through surveys, one-on-one interviews, and through the 2 educator conferences that we have exhibited Kikori at. As I mentioned earlier, we launched our beta in March. That was when COVID hit, and we decided that we wanted to make it completely available and free for families and for educators and facilitators at that time. Since our beta launch, we now have 650 beta users. There are over 100 schools and organizations who are interested in piloting with us. We have over 1,000 gifted activities from creators in the field, and we've also formed 3 key partnerships. As you can imagine, the market opportunity in EdTech is exploding right now, and it is projected to grow at a rate of 11%. So these are just some of the competitive advantages that Kikori has over other platforms. And this is our pricing model that we've created for our SaaS business model. Teachers are able to pay for Kikori out of professional development grants, and schools have told us that they will be using Title I funding to pay for Kikori. These are our projected financials over the next 5 years. It goes up higher. I'm sorry, my picture's covering it, but it goes up. Some of the important programs that have validated Kikori include the National Science Foundation I-Corps, the Women's Business Enterprise National Council Student Entrepreneur Program that invited me to spend a week in Atlanta for mentoring in a pitch competition, as well as the UNH eCenter Summer Internship Program, where we've been matched with an awesome intern, Kelsey, as I mentioned. We were also able to win first place in the SVIC, the Social Venture Innovation Challenge, earlier this year, as well as winning first place in Holloway. A little bit about my journey to UNH. I met my professor, Dr. Michael Gass, at the Association for Experiential Education while we were exhibiting with our partner, Play for Peace. I told Dr. Gass about my dream of doing research on experiential education and building our app, and asked him sort of, how much does this cost? He said that we could hire a grad student to do it, and I asked, what if I was a grad student? And so that's a little bit about my story and how I arrived here at UNH. By the end of that conference, we both agreed that this was the best way to go about it, and less than a year later, I was here working with him. I also had an awesome opportunity during that summer to attend a service learning trip with UNH students and Play for Peace, who is one of our partners in building the app. They are located in 21 countries around the world and use cooperative play in order to build compassion, connection, and community. So again, just a little bit about our Kikori successes this year. I do have to thank Ian Grant, and really just I've been floored by all of the awesome programs available through the Department of Education, Outdoor Education, Kinesiology, and all the resources available at the eCenter, along with these lucky socks that I was gifted by Ian Grant. We were also able to win first place in New Hampshire Social Venture Innovation Challenge in the fall, and also first place in the Paul J. Holloway Prize in the spring, for which we have just been so grateful for the support. And yeah. Since Holloway, these are some of our updates. We've been planning the next version of the app, so we have got a new team on board, and we are planning to develop in a new language called Flutter. With this, we also have the opportunity to launch in India, and want to give a special shout out to Dan McCarthy, who is a work study student who helped us really build out a map and calendar feature that we'll be adding on. We also are in contact with the Ontario Province School Board. They have experiential learning leads from 72 school districts, and they are interested in bringing on Kikori. I am personally working on research with my professor, Dr. Mike Gass. It will be the first ever randomized controlled trial on OBH, the outdoor behavioral health care. And then the last thing is that we have 3 awesome interns from UNH. So that's Kelsey Daw, Chase Retrosi, and Nicholas Paul, who I just cannot thank enough for helping us out this summer and being an awesome part of our team. And last but not least, we are also collaborating with the Brown Center and Tara Filippo in adding those activities to the Kikori activity database. So, and last but not least, we have launched a Kickstarter. We are currently in the midst of it, and yeah, we are looking to raise $50,000 to be able to build the features that we need, that we've discovered through our beta program, and that we know will really support teachers in all of the features that they need to be successful. A huge thank you to our advisory board members. Without them, we would be absolutely lost, and yeah, just super thankful. And thank you also to the University of New Hampshire. This last school year, 2019-2020, has been absolutely amazing. I couldn't ask for any better human beings to be around us on this journey. And yeah, please get in touch with us. This is our email address. Our website is www.kikoriapp.com. And then here's just a little bit of information about our name, Kikori, as many people are interested in where the name comes from. And so thank you so much. Hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you are having the best day ever. And just know that we at Kikori, we appreciate you. Bye.